All right, so next piece of our adventure, we're going to take this frame of honey. That's a lot of capped honey. A lot of this over here isn't capped, but if you look inside, there's nothing in it. It's just empty, so I don't have very much uncapped honey. Same with this side. The significance is capped honey is ready. It'll last for, I guess, technically indefinitely. Uncapped honey, though, it's got a higher moisture content. The bees aren't done with it, and it can spoil sooner. So I can't just pull it right out. I'm going to attempt to take the substrate out of the frame. Last time I did this, I found out it's easier if I do. So I'm just going to pop this out. Yeah, there it goes. And then this is when it starts getting messy. And I'll just make it easier. Okay, let's just set this aside for later. All right, so this is all the honey. This is probably 5 pounds of honey. I can get a scale if you want. Hold on. So this is, well, it's pretty close. It's just under 5 pounds. And that little piece of plastic in the center don't hardly weigh much. So we're gonna do the crush and strain method. Makes it harder for the bees because I gotta remake the beeswax, but it's also the easiest for me. So I'm just gonna take my hive tool and I'm just gonna scrape this off. And as I scrape it off, it'll
turn it sideways a little towards me.
As I scrape this off, it'll just release the honey. And I'm just trying to get everything into this bowl. Oh, great, got a bunch on the counter. Now let's do the other side.
Let's see what it looks like. Okay, wait from there. Go down. Oh, wait. Show them the cells this way.
I don't know if you can see it good.
If you could.
We just keep scraping until we got everything off of this we possibly can get. That's a lot of honey.
What size bowl would you say that is?
I don't know. It's the biggest glass bowl we had. That's all I know. And of course, this is both honey and beeswax. We gotta separate it still. Because nothing wrong with beeswax, but it's not what I want in my honey. All right. Bees worked hard to make this honey. I don't want to disrespect them and not take everything I can possibly get. Oh my goodness. It's gonna make a mess no matter what I do with it. Let's make a mess into the sink. All right, so now I got all the honey in the bowl. Actually, you know what? Give me a minute to clean up a little bit.
On the counter.
I'm gonna
Show
grab
me
a.
your fingers.
That's on my fingers. I'm gonna grab a rubber spatula and just pull everything off this I possibly can, and then I'm gonna wipe up the counters, wipe up my hands so it's a little bit clean. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, cleaned up just a little bit. Got the honey off my hands. So the next thing is to make sure it's thoroughly crushed, because any honeycomb that didn't get crushed in scraping it off, I'll never get the honey out of that. So potato masher, and I'm just gonna go through here, and mash everything up. It's just to make sure that everything is broken up and released. I think I'm going to call that good. Don't think it needed a whole lot. And there's our crushing. Kind of a mess of honey and wax, but so the next thing we'll do, we'll get a large container and we'll set a sieve in the container. And because I want my honey nicer than that, I've got some cheesecloth that I'd previously folded up, done this once before already. And put the cheesecloth in the sieve to strain the honey. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it. Okay. And then I just pour this into the cheesecloth.
Slowly, right?
You know?
How fast?
Well, what I'm doing now is I'm just going to fill the cheesecloth. It may not take all of this. The rest of it's going to have to wait, because this will take probably 4 to 8 hours for the majority of the honey to get done through. Oh, that stinks. Guess what? I'm starting over. All right, well, that was fun. I'm just gonna top this off and call it good. That's good for now. I might be able to come back before I go to bed, and maybe enough honey is dripped through that I can get the rest of this in. But then maybe not, and if not, you just have to wait till tomorrow. So I don't know. Yeah. See if you can get the phone underneath. Is you see the honey is dripping through the cheesecloth down below. And the honey that's dripping through is good strained honey. So I'll give it a few hours and pour more in, and then it'll sit probably for 12 hours. And then I'll pull the honey off, and then we'll see about melting down the wax maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. There you have it. We'll do a little bit more when it's done. Okay, so this is sat for, I don't know, more than 12 hours, 14 hours. I think we've got about a quart, actually. Yeah, I think we've got 4 cups of honey in here. I've got the saran wrap over it, mainly just to stop things from falling in while it sits here for a long time. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. So in here, this should just be, yeah, it's primarily beeswax. A little bit of honey in it, that's okay. Not getting 100% of it out. I'll get that melted down later. And it dripped through all it's gonna. Yummy. And just to show, we've got about a quart of honey. Got clean spoons here. See how it tastes. Tastes really good. A little bit of a fruity flavor to it. Not anything like the stuff you buy in the store. All right, and then we'll just transfer it into a quart jar for storage.
I made about 4 cups. perfect fit.
And that's honey.